Which one has the most to prove in your mind? Brady, Cam, Aaron Rodgers, or Dak? I've got a terrific squad put together to answer that question. And Tim Hasselbeck, we haven't heard from you in a while, so I'll start with you. Which of those guys in your mind has the most to prove this year?
I'm going to take the guy that doesn't have the financial security of the other three guys and yet again is playing in a contract year, and that's Dak Prescott. And so when I look at the situation with those other quarterbacks, are they, do they have some pressure? Sure. Some of it probably self-induced, sure. But there's also some security in the fact what they've accomplished in the past. You look at Dak Prescott, he's still kind of in this prove-it situation. He's made less than $5 million playing quarterback for the most valuable NFL franchise. And he's basically been told, no, we're not giving you a long-term deal. You're going to play on a year-to-year situation. And so when I look at that, it's a guy totally, absolutely just betting on himself. That's what he's doing. And I think there's an immense pressure that comes along with that.
What do you think, Graziano?
Cam Newton was on the list, right? I just want to make sure.
Yes.
Like, this is a guy that has to make the team yet, right? He's got $500,000 guaranteed coming. He didn't play hardly at all last year. We don't know if he's healthy. And by the way, 32 teams let him sit there unsigned for months and months and months until the Patriots finally gave him the least they could possibly give him to get him into camp and take a look. I mean, he's got to prove that he can still play in the league. If there's a guy out there with a bigger chip on his shoulder than Cam Newton, I would like to know who it is. This is the guy that we need to know the most about of anyone on that list.
He himself is saying it, right, Ryan? I mean, we're watching him on Instagram, and he himself is talking about the chip on his shoulder and how he's coming back at what I like to call a scorched earth tour, and he will not forget all this stuff. Which would you have voted for, RC, if you vote on the poll?
No, if that's that poll, I'm going to go with Graz and say that it's Cam Newton because of the reasons that Dan said. There were 32 teams that didn't think he was good enough to sign. And what the Patriots are basically doing is giving him a very small amount of money to come in on a tryout because that's what it's going to be. We know that Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots, they'll cut you. They don't care what guy you are. They don't care what your past has been. If they don't feel like you can help them win right now, you will not be a part of this team, a part of this organization. And so for Cam Newton, this is like being an undrafted free agent in the preseason. He's not only playing for the team that he's on, he has to play to show the rest of the world, the rest of the league, that he is still a viable option. No, he is still a great option to be a starting quarterback because it seems if they don't believe that Cam Newton can be the Cam Newton of old, that they don't want him at all.
Dominique?
Yeah, I think that there can be a plausible case made for all these guys. It's hard to argue against that Cam Newton case, but the one guy that we haven't talked about, because we talked about Tom Brady earlier, is Aaron Rodgers. So he's obviously also under pressure because it seems that his own organization doesn't even see his future very long. They went and drafted a quarterback and running backs and not the players that would have helped him prolong his career. And he's had some not great seasons as far as production is concerned. While he still doesn't throw a lot of interceptions, he throws a lot of touchdowns. His QBR has dipped in the past couple years. He's coming off a few injuries a few seasons ago. So I think that it's fair to consider Aaron Rodgers in this conversation also, especially given the fact that his own team sent him a message loud and clear that if things don't go well, we got another guy waiting in the wings.
Yeah, that's the one that I really wanted to focus on, and I'll say it. I mean, Dominique almost mentioned Rodgers because no one had, and I can tell you right now that on my poll, he's got by far the fewest votes of any of the ones we're talking about here. But, Tim, it feels to me like he right now may have the most pressure on him because the Packers have made it clear through their action, forget what they say, they're itching to replace him. They've already gone out and drafted the guy, and he has seen this history play out right in front of him. If the things don't go well, Aaron Rodgers could get benched this year by a franchise that he has basically carried on his shoulders and been the face of for over a decade. I think it is a fascinating situation that Rodgers is in. Tim?
Yeah, I don't think that he's, in danger of getting benched. I don't think that would happen this year, but I do think that his future with the organization is certainly uncertain, beyond, probably next season. And so for that, in that situation, he deserves to be a part of your poll. When I look at it, I see guys, everyone basically has an excuse for why it won't work out other than Dak Prescott. Cam's got an injury. Tom Brady's too old. Aaron Rodgers isn't getting the support from the team. Dak doesn't have that excuse. But I do think your point is really well taken in terms of, Aaron Rodgers is basically in a situation where he could play really well, and the team's going to end up being forced to move on from him because they need to just figure out what they have at the position. And so, yeah, there's pressure associated with that. I just don't think it's the same type of pressure when you're a guy who's won a Super Bowl, who's been paid handsomely, and if it doesn't work out in Green Bay, it's going to happen somewhere else.
Greeny.
Yeah.
Wasn't Aaron Rodgers' brother like The Bachelor or on The Bachelorette or
Yes.
something like that?
Yes, he was.
Right. So guys, listen up. I agree with Tim. Ain't no pressure on Aaron Rodgers. If Aaron Rodgers, if they just get stupid in Green Bay and they cut Aaron Rodgers, right? You know what? Aaron Rodgers is going to have buku roses sitting at his house, and people are going to be lined up outside his doors, GMs, executives, teams, organizations, cities, and they're all going to be there like, pick us, Aaron, because we can't forget what we've seen from this man. So Green Bay, they could go ahead and be the stupid spouse and be like, you know what? I want to upgrade. We've been together too long. You don't cook and clean no more. You don't want to go to work. And they could let him go. And if they let him go, people are going to be standing outside of his door in suits with limos and great dates and trips, ready to do whatever they got to do to get Aaron Rodgers to come twerk on their team. So it don't matter. Ain't no pressure on Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is not tripping. He around here fixing people plumbing and doing all kind of other stuff because he has no worries.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.